mostly completed that design. So anybody having any question from design number 5 that was relating to derivation of unit hydrograph, so you are welcome to ask before we start with the design number 6 today. So the slides of which I've already have shared with you, and hopefully I've got from the drive relating to the design number 6. So any question from your side from previous jobs that we have covered in this lab of hydrology? Any questions? Yes, roll number 56.
Yes, sir.
So have you completed your design number 5?
No, sir. भी मेरा end से रहता है थोड़ा.
Okay, roll number 60. Yes, 60.
Yes, sir.
Have you done your design number 5? Any question if you have from previous design?
No, sir. मेरा half हुआ है, अभी थोड़ा सा रहता है. मेरा वैसे कोई question नहीं है.
Okay. G, roll number 66. Roll number 67. 68. G, beta, have you done your design previous 5 number or any question, query from that? G, beta. नहीं, वो एक ही वैल्यू आती है, जरूरत नहीं डालने की, x की एक ही वैल्यू आती है. There will be one value of x, so no need to put in column. उसको आप नीचे कहीं स्पेस में लिख दें, that's it. टेबल के नीचे स्पेस है या दूसरे पेज पे जो ओपन पेज है वहाँ पे उसको लैदा से लिख के वहीं कैलकुलेट कर लें, बता दें कि ये इतनी वैल्यू आ रही है. ठीक है. Okay, so you should, those who are still working on that are still not completed or not started, so they should start, they should complete design number 5. And next week I will keep it for design 5 and 6 to take up your queries, and you should try to complete design 5 and 6 also, that we'll discuss today, so that by now if some queries or questions are there, that can be taken up. And next week we'll cover our next design, last design, and then we'll have the evaluation, and then later we'll decide what to do in the remaining weeks. So this is how this lab will be taken up to the 19th of Feb, and maybe later quizzes may be arranged when you come on campus. So anyhow, so you should complete the previous tasks, and you should come up with the questions or queries if you have in the next week, and then we'll move on for the last design work. So today we'll discuss design number 6. As I mentioned, I've shared the slide with you as well, and also the short form of the manual. Design number 6 has already been shared, so you should get from there the same link you have been using previously for the lab related material. So from there you can get the relevant material. So let me start with the recording first so that you can get it later. Okay, so design number 6 is relating to the same hydrograph, but this time we are going to discuss how to change the duration of the unit hydrograph. Now remember this, in our design number 5 we have discussed that how to derive the unit hydrograph of a given duration. So remember, this duration of a hydrograph or a unit hydrograph is a must, and it must be mentioned with the hydrograph. Is it of 2-hour duration hydrograph, or 4-hour hydrograph, or 6-hour hydrograph? So whatever it is, that should be accordingly must be mentioned. So now if you derive the unit hydrograph for a certain area, let me correct this thing that it is should be 5. Our unit hydrograph. Okay. So, what is the use of unit hydrograph? Unit hydrograph is used to uh, predict the flood discharge. It's used to find the time to peak. It is used to find the volume of runoff for any precipitation or any given precipitation in a certain area. But provided that the duration of that precipitation for which we want to find the flood or the time to peak or runoff volume must be equal to the duration of the unit hydrograph which has been made for that area. This is important thing, that duration of unit hydrograph, uh, it must be same for any precipitation for which it is going to be used or applied. Now, if you have a scenario that you have, for example, 4-hour unit hydrograph, which you have made for a certain area. Remember this derivation of unit hydrograph, as we have discussed in our previous job, is a is not an easy way. We have to select number of rainstorms in an area for past many years data. Then we have to select out of the given rainstorm the one which fulfills our requirement. It should be an isolated storm, preferably simple storm having same intensity and the duration equal to the time of concentration, etc. So many things are there to select the storm for which the hydrograph is to be determined, measured, and our measured hydrograph has to be taken from the past data, and then from there we do the derivation of unit hydrograph. So it's a lengthy process. It involves expenses, it involves time, it involves previous data records to be obtained. So if you so once you make the hydrograph of certain duration for a certain area, you can use that to find the hydrograph of any other precipitation having same duration as of the unit hydrograph. But if due to some reason, if our design rainfall have different duration, or we want to find out the flood discharge for a precipitation or rainfall which has different duration than the unit hydrograph. तो अगर किसी जगह पे हम कोई हाइड्रोग्राफ जब बनाते हैं, डिराइव करते हैं, तो उस हाइड्रोग्राफ को सेम ड्यूरेशन की रेनफॉल्स के लिए यूज़ किया जा सकता है. लेकिन अगर हमारे पास रेनफॉल जो है जिसकी बेस पे हमने डिज़ाइन फ्लड निकालना है या टाइम टू पीक निकालना है, उसकी ड्यूरेशन और यूनिट हाइड्रोग्राफ जो हमने उस जगह का बनाया हुआ है उसकी ड्यूरेशन डिफरेंट है, सो देन we cannot use the existing unit hydrograph with the given duration. So this is the main problem that we have to deal with in this design number 6, that whenever the duration of the unit hydrograph and the duration of the precipitation against which we need to find the runoff or peak discharge, etc., is different, so then what to do? So one solution is we need to make again another unit hydrograph of the same duration as of the given rainfall. So that is a lengthy process. It will involve all the repetitions that were done for the previous unit hydrograph derivation. So that is not recommended. So the easier way is that we are available with the methods to convert the duration of the existing unit hydrograph to other duration which will serve the purpose. तो आसान तरीका ये है कि जो हमने हाइड्रोग्राफ बनाया हुआ है ऑलरेडी, उसकी ड्यूरेशन को हम कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं किसी भी ड्यूरेशन में जो कि हमारे काम आ सके या हमारी जो प्रेसिपिटेशन है उसको मैच कर जाए. So over here you are given with, so this is the scenario background for this design number 6, that is relating to the change of duration of unit hydrograph from one given to some other duration. And the use of it is that sometime we come up with such a precipitation or rainfall which has different duration than the duration of the unit hydrograph. So in that case we need to do this job. So ordinates of a 4-hour unit hydrograph are given to you. Derive the ordinates of S-curve hydrograph. So S-curve is one of the technique used to convert the duration of unit hydrograph from one to other, from given duration to some other duration. So and then you have to find the 2-hour unit hydrograph. So from 4-hour unit hydrograph you have to generate the 2-hour unit hydrograph. It means that you are going to change its duration from 4 hour to 2 hour, and then in the third step you need to find the 5 hour unit hydrograph from the 4 hour unit hydrograph, and both will be done by the S-curve technique. Now let me go to the data given to you. You are given with the 4 hour unit hydrograph, mean the time step of measurement of discharge, and the discharge or the unit hydrograph ordinates are given to you. Ordinates of 4 hour unit hydrograph. So over in the blanks you will, or in this space you will write 4 hour. So ordinates of 4 hour unit hydrograph in cubic meter per second are given to you. So let me come to the data at the end. So this is the data given to you. Time of measurement of discharge, this is the time step we call, from 0 to 21 hours. So it is in hours. In unit hydrograph, 4 hour unit hydrograph its ordinates are given in cubic meter per second. So this is the given data to you, and using this data you have to generate the S-curve, and using the S-curve you have to convert the 4 hour unit hydrograph to 2 hour unit hydrograph and 5 hour unit hydrograph. So let me discuss some related theory to it. So any unit hydrograph for a catchment is associated with definite duration of unit rainfall and hence cannot be used for all durations. It is therefore necessary to derive unit hydrograph of various durations. For this purpose, it is not essential to use the actual rainfall data and the flood hydrograph, because a short duration unit hydrograph can be converted to a long or vice versa by S-curve, provided other durations are integral multiple of the given duration. Thus, for example, S-curve method can be used to develop 12 hour unit hydrograph from a 4 hour unit hydrograph. It is also called as conversion of unit hydrograph duration. So S-curve technique can be used to convert the duration of unit hydrograph to its multiples, like 4 to 8 to 4 hour unit hydrograph can be converted to 8 hour to 12 hour to 6 hour, and it can also be used to convert the duration of unit hydrograph to other than multiple integer or multiple you can say number. For example, 4 hour unit hydrograph can be converted to 2 hour unit hydrograph. T hour mean unit hydrograph. 6 hour, whatever is the duration. So it is obtained by addition of infinite series of T hour unit hydrograph, each lagged by T hours, equal to duration of the stream with respect to the preceding one. The S-curve becomes constant after a period equal to the base length of the unit hydrograph used to derive it. Methods for the derivation of S-curve are offset method and S-curve addition method. So let us discuss them one by one, that how we can derive the S-curve by using offset method and by using the S-curve addition method, because both will be used by you in the table given to find the S-curve and then to use the S-curve to convert the duration from one to other. Once you derive the S-curve, I will come to it how to derive it. So any duration T hour unit hydrograph. So T is the duration of the required unit hydrograph, may be obtained if you are given with the D hour unit hydrograph. D is the duration of the given unit hydrograph. For example, in this design you are given the given duration of the unit hydrograph is 4 hours. So you are given 4 hour unit hydrograph and you are asked to convert it into 2 hour and 5 hour. So T is the duration required of the unit hydrograph and D is the duration which is given. Now what you have to do, once you derive the S-curve, simply lag the first S hydrograph of D hour unit hydrograph by a second S hydrograph at a time interval equal to T hours. So what we'll do, once we have obtained the S-curve by any of the method, so in the next step we will make another S-curve which is lagged by the previous one equal to the T hour, which is the required you can say duration of the unit hydrograph. Then subtract the ordinates of second hydrograph, which is T hour S hydrograph, from the first one, which is D hour S hydrograph. And then finally multiply this difference or these ordinates after getting this subtraction with the factor D over T. D is the given duration and T is the required duration of the unit hydrograph. So this is the procedure actually that will lead to you to get the required duration unit hydrograph. So let's come to derive derivation of S curve, how to obtain S curve. So in this we have two methods, offset method and S curve addition method. In offset method we take number of offsets of the given unit hydrograph of given duration with each offset lagged by a given duration of unit hydrograph from the preceding one. Minimum number of offsets to be taken are equal to time of the unit hydrograph, time base of unit hydrograph TB over duration of the given unit hydrograph D. Then after taking all the offsets, we add all the unit hydrographs, which is the given plus the offset to get the S curve. So this is the offset method for getting the S curve. So let's discuss it. For example, you are given with the ordinates of 2-hour unit hydrograph, that is time 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to 6 hour. It is the time base of unit hydrograph. And these are the ordinates of 2-hour unit hydrograph given to you. And you are asked to derive the ordinates of S curve. So how to do it? So you will take number of offsets. How many offsets to be taken? So this is offset number 1, this is offset number 2, this is offset number 3. So how many offsets to be taken? So minimum offsets required are time base of unit hydrograph divided by duration of unit hydrograph. So what is time base of unit hydrograph? That is 6 hours. तो 6 घंटे का डाटा हमें दिया हुआ है. This is the time base of unit hydrograph. What is the duration of unit hydrograph? That is 2 hours. So 6 divided by 2. So at least 3 offsets to be taken. What is an offset actually? An offset is a unit hydrograph which is lagged by the duration of unit hydrograph from the original one. For example, this is the original 2-hour unit hydrograph. So its first offset will be lagged by its duration, that is 2 hours. So the first offset will be lagged by 2 hours from this original hydrograph. Lag means this offset will start, its first ordinate will be at 2 hours. This is called lag. For example, the offset of the given hydrograph is starting at 0 hours. The given unit hydrograph, its first offset is starting at 0 hours. And the first offset of the first ordinate of the offset 1 will be starting at 2 hours. So there is a lag of 2 hours between the given unit hydrograph and the offset number 1. Now offset number 2 is again a unit hydrograph which is lagged by 2 hours from offset 1. So offset number 2 means its first ordinate will start at 4 hours from the original and it will start at 2 hour lag from the offset 1. Then offset number 3 is again a unit hydrograph which is lagged by 2 hours from its previous one, that is offset number 2, or it is lagged by 6 hours from the original one. So this is how you can take as many offsets as possible in this case. So minimum required offsets are 3, that is time base of the unit hydrograph, 6 hours divided by the duration of the given unit hydrograph, that is 2 hours. So in this way the offsets are taken. So first offset will be 2 hours delayed from this one. The second offset will be 2 hours delayed from the first one. Third offset will be 2 hours delayed from the second one. So in this way these offsets will be taken. Now what is S curve ordinates? S curve ordinates are sum of all the ordinates of all the unit hydrographs. So you will sum column 2, 3, 4 and 5. It means that the given unit hydrograph plus all the offsets. So the same is written that add all the unit hydrographs given plus offsets. So you will add this given unit hydrograph ordinates plus offset 1, 2, 3. So that will give you the ordinates of S curve. So you can see this one 0, this one is 100, this one is 250, this one is 200 plus 100, 300, this one is 100 plus 250 plus 0, that is 350. This one is 50 plus 200 plus 100, it is 350. This one is 0 plus 100 plus 250 plus 0, that is 350. So after the time base of the unit hydrograph from which S curve has been derived, this one. So time base is 6 hours. So after the time base unit hydrograph, S curve becomes constant. So you can see that after 6 hours, the next ordinates will remain same. So that is called as offset method to obtain the S curve. So this is how by taking offsets, that is actually unit hydrographs lagged by the duration of the given hydrograph from each other, we can obtain the S-curve ordinates. So this is one method of obtaining the S-curve ordinates. Now, the second method is S-curve addition method. So in this method, if you see, this equation can be used. So directly we can get the ordinates of S-curve without any offset taken. So ST mean the ordinates of S-curve at any time step t is equal to UT. U is the ordinates of the given unit hydrograph at the same time step t, plus S into t minus d. T is the given time step and d is the duration of the given unit hydrograph. So this equation can be used for this purpose. So let us discuss this S-curve addition method. Again, you are given with 2 hour unit hydrograph. You can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the time step, and 1 hour difference is given. And this is the ordinates of unit hydrograph in cubic meter per second. They are given. This is UT. These are the ordinates of time unit hydrograph at time t. Now, what is S-curve? That is UT plus ST minus D. This column is ST minus D, which is S-curve addition. Now, if you see what is the first ordinate of S-curve, that is UT plus ST minus D. UT is 0 plus what is this ST minus D? T is time step, that is 0 over here, and D is the duration of hydrograph given, that is 2. So 0 minus 2 mean S minus 2. Mean the S-curve ordinate at time step minus 2, so that does not exist, because the first ordinate which is existing for S-curve is S0. So this one is S0 because the time step is 0 over here. So it means that for the first ordinate of S-curve is equal to the first ordinate of the unit hydrograph. Now coming to the second, so S time step is 1, so S1 actually that is equal to, I can write over here, this is actually S T, which is indicating the ordinate of S curve. So S0 is equal to U0 and S1, T is equal to 1. So S1 is equal to U1, which is this one, the ordinate of unit hydrograph at time 1 hour. So U1 plus ST minus D. T is again 1, D is 2. So this will be S minus 1. So again S minus 1 does not exist. So these two will remain blank. So S1 will be equal to U1 plus this one is not existing. So again S1 is equal to U1, that is 100. Now up to this first two column for S-curve addition column will remain blank because ST minus D, T is 0 minus D for this one, 0 minus 2. So that does not exist, S minus 2, and this T minus D, that is 1 minus 2, that is minus 1. So S minus 1 also does not exist. The first thing, that first ordinate of S is S0. Now the third you can say block of this column. So now S T is 2 and D is also 2. So put over here 2 minus 2 is 0. So this block is S equal to S0. So it means that this row of this column will be equal to S0. So we'll put S0, S0 is 0. So we'll put 0 over here. Now what is S2? The second, the ordinate of S curve against the time step 2. So S2 is U2 250 plus this ST minus D, that will be 250 plus 0 is equal to 250. So this is how you will do this S curve addition. Now so it will run simultaneously. You will fill this column, then this one, and this way it will continue. After that you have this ST minus D for the time step T is equal to 3. So T is 3, D is 2. So actually this row is equal to S1. So S1 is 100, you will put over here. Now what is S curve ordinate for time step 3? This is 200 U3 plus this one 100, so this will be 300. Similarly for this time step 4, this is 4 minus 2, so this is S2. So this one is S2, you put over here, and then you will add this U4 plus this one, so this is 350, and so on. So in this way you will fill this column 3 and 4 by getting this value and this value simultaneously. You will do this. So another way to get the S curve is by S curve addition. So hopefully you have understood this. So these are the two methods to get the S curve. Now once the S curve is obtained, then this procedure will start. So you will write this S curve, then you will make another S curve hydrograph or S hydrograph of duration T hours, which is the required duration, and then you will take the difference of the two S curves, the previous one and the next one, and you will multiply this difference with D over T. D is the given duration of unit hydrograph and T is the required duration of unit hydrograph. So this is how you will complete this job. Now let me come to the tables. Now this is the table. This is the by offset method. So this table you have to fill given in your manual, where you have to make this table. Complete this table for design number 6, and you have also to plot the S curve. The graph is attached on page 56 of the manual, so you have to make S curve over there. So you have to plot these ordinates with time on x-axis and S curve ordinates on y-axis. You will get the S curve like shape, and then you are given another page number 57. You have to make 2 hour, you have to make 2 hour, 4 hour and 5 hour unit hydrographs for on that design, on that graph. So these two graphs you have to make in this design. Anyhow, so coming to the first table, that is derivation of S curve ordinate by offset method. So if you look at the data given to you, you are given with how many hours? 21 hours. This is the time base of the unit hydrograph. How many hours? 21. And the given duration of the unit hydrograph is 4. So how many minimum offset to be taken? That is 21 divided by 4. So at least 5 offsets to be taken in this case. So minimum 5 offsets to be taken. Now you will put over here the data given to you, time in hours 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 21, and the ordinates of 4 hours. In blank you will write 4 hour unit hydrograph. So these are also given to you in the data in the table at the end. The first offset will be the same unit hydrograph which is lagged by 4 hours. So its first ordinate will start from the 4th hour, and in this way you write this. Now the second offset, its first ordinate will start at the 8th hour. For the third offset, the first ordinate will start at the 12th hour, and for the fourth offset, the first ordinate will start at the 16th hour, and for the fifth offset, the first ordinate will start at the 20th hour. So in this way you will take the offsets. What is an offset? It is a unit hydrograph which is lagged by the duration of the given unit hydrograph from the previous one. So in this way you will take the offsets, 5 offsets. So ordinate of S curve will be just the addition of all the unit hydrograph, the given one and the offset. So you will add column 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So you will get the ordinates of the S curve. So this is the first technique to get the ordinates of S curve by offset method. So once you will get this S curve, another method is S curve addition method. So again you will write the time given to you, column 1, ordinate of 4 hour unit hydrograph, this is also given to you, column 2. Now S curve addition and S curve ordinate of S curve, so I have already explained these two will be done, you can say simultaneously. You will fill S curve and then S curve addition. What is S curve addition? This is ST minus D. So accordingly you will fill first few columns will remain empty for this, and S0 will be U0, S1 will be U1, S2 will be U2, S3 will be U3, and then after 4 hours first value of this will come, so that is 4 minus, this will be S0 and so on, S0, S1, S2, S3 and so on. So in this way the example I have given to you, accordingly you will fill up this column of S curve addition and column of ordinate of S curve, that is U, this column 2 plus column 3. So in this way you will get the, so and this S curve ordinate and the S curve ordinate obtained by offset method will be same. Remember this, ordinate of S curve by offset method and ordinate of S curve by S curve addition method will be same. So once you get the S curve, this one, column number 4, now firstly you want to find the ordinate of 2-hour unit hydrograph. So we want to find the ordinate of 2-hour unit hydrograph. So what you will do, you will find the S curve lagged by 2 hours. So you have this S curve, 2-hour S curve. Now this is the S curve, 4-hour S curve. This is a 4-hour S hydrograph. Now you find the 2-hour S curve hydrograph. What is that? That is the S curve lagged by 2 hours. So column 5, you will just repeat this column number 4, but the first ordinate will start at the second hour. So you will fill this, means 0, 1, they will remain empty. You will write the first ordinate of this column 4 at second hour and you will just write the other ordinate as it is. Then we'll take the difference of column 4 and column 5, that is difference of first S hydrograph and the second S hydrograph. So column 6 you will obtain. Now ordinates of 2-hour unit hydrograph that we require. So ordinate of 2-hour unit hydrograph will be simply column number 6, that is the difference, multiplied by the given duration, that is 4, divided by the required duration, that is 2. So this will give you the ordinates of 2-hour unit hydrograph. So ordinate of 2-hour unit hydrograph, what are those? So this is simply the column number 6, difference of the S hydrographs, S curve, multiplied by 4, that is the given duration divided by 2. So that will give you the ordinate of the 2-hour unit hydrograph. Then again you have to find the ordinate of 5-hour unit hydrograph. So what you will do, you will make the 5-hour S curve which is lagged by 5 hours from this column number 4. So you will just repeat column number 4 in column 8 and you will start the first ordinate of column 4 at the 5th hour and just you write the values as it is, remaining values. Then you will take the difference of column 4 and column 8, that is 2-hour S curve, 4-hour S curve minus 5-hour S curve. So that is column number 9. Then ordinate of 5-hour unit hydrograph will be column number 9, that is the difference, column of difference, multiplied by 4 divided by 5. Given duration divided by the duration to be required. So in this way you will get the ordinates of the 5-hour unit hydrograph. This is how you will complete this task. First you will find the ordinates of the S curve by offset method and then by S curve addition method, both should be same. And then using the other procedure, taking firstly finding the S curve lagged by the given duration, required duration, then taking the difference, multiplying with the factor which is the ratio of the given duration divided by the required duration, you will get the required duration of the unit hydrograph. So this will complete this task in this way. And then you will write the results that you have obtained the required S curve, you have obtained, and the maximum ordinate of the S curve is this much, and you have obtained the required duration of the unit hydrograph, and the maximum ordinate reduces by this much percentage or this much value, and similarly other results can be mentioned. And then you can comment on the results. And then this is the given data to you. So this is all about today's design. So I will come to the question answers from your side. If anybody having any question from today's job, so you should ask before I discuss the other things. Yes, any questions from your side relating to today's job or the previous job? Design number 6. So all of you are clear how to change the duration of the unit hydrograph from one to other, and what is the requirement of the changing of duration, that must be clear to you. How to derive the S curve by offset method and by the other method, and then how to find the given duration unit hydrograph from the S curve technique. Yes, any question? CR, are you in the meeting?
Yes sir.
जी क्लियर है आपको कैसे करना है ये? Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Any other question from anybody else? So you have to do this, otherwise you will not understand it. You have to do it manually with your hands. You can use Excel for the help, but you have to make this design manually. In fact, all the design manually. Yes, any questions? So you have to do it at your places. The data is given to you. So try to do it at the earliest, so that with the fresh knowledge you can do it and complete this design by next time. So as I mentioned that in the next week, we'll not discuss any further design. So that will be kept to take up your queries relating to design number 5 and 6. So that you can complete it, and then in the next week we'll start with our last design job. So yes, at the end again, let me ask anybody having any query, question, not able to understand, so you should ask. If no question, then let me take the attendance, then you will be free. So this recording will also be available to you with the slides, so you can take the help from there and try to complete this task. Available on WhatsApp if you have any question, queries, so I will be answering there also. So I will advise and recommend you that you should utilize this remaining time to complete this task, at least part of this task, so that you can later on complete it with better understanding. 6.
Yes, sir. Present.
58.
Present, sir.
59.
Present, sir.
60. 60.
Present, sir.
61.
Present, sir.
62.
Present, sir.
63. 63. 64.
Yes, sir, I'm present. 63.
Okay. 64. 64. 67. Okay. 68.
Present, sir.
69. 69.
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Okay. 70.
Yes, sir. Present 70.
Okay. 71. 71.
Yes, sir. Present 71.
Okay. 72.
Yes, sir. 72.
73.
Yes, sir. 73 present.
74.
Yes, sir. 74 present.
75. 75. 76.
76 present, sir.
Okay. 77. ठीक है.
Yes, sir. 77.
ठीक है. 78. 78. 79.
Yes, sir. Present.
Okay. 80. 80. 80. 81. 82. 83. Yes. What's your roll number? 81.
83.
Okay, 83. ठीक है. 84. 84.
Yes, sir. 84.
Okay. 85. 85.
85, sir.
Okay. 86,
Yes, sir. 86.
87, 87.
87, yes, sir.
Okay. 88,
Yes, sir. 88.
89, 89, 90, 90, 91, 91, 92,
91 present, sir.
okay, 92,
91 present.
ठीक है बेटा ठीक है, 92,
92 present, sir.
93, 93, 94, 94, 95, yes, 95, 96,
Yes, sir. 96.
ठीक है, 97, 97,
97.
okay, 98,
Yes, sir.
97, sir.
98
Yes, sir.
present.
ठीक है, 97 भी हो गया, 98 भी, 99, 99, 100, 100, yes, 100, 101,
Yes, sir. 101.
okay, 102,
सर 102 मुझे जो है मैसेज कर रहा था शायद कि हमारी लाइट जो है वो चली गई है, तो सर को बता देना।
103,
प्रेजेंट सर 103।
104, yes, 104, okay, 19 or 18 civil 65,
Yes, sir, present.
okay, anybody else who is left?
Sir, 78.
78. जी anybody else?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, 100, 100, sir.
100, ठीक है, और कोई anybody else? Okay, so I'm going to end this meeting over here. So as I mentioned, you should try to complete design 5 and 6 by next time. And if you'll have any queries, so we'll take up in the next week and try to utilize again this time, remaining time to complete this task. And as I mentioned, I will remain available through WhatsApp to answer your questions if you'll have any from today's job. So I'm going to end this meeting over here as I mentioned. So we'll meet again in the next week to just to take up the queries of design 5 and 6, and in the coming weeks we'll complete our next design job.